Hi everyone, Dennis here, and in this video I'm going to unbox and give you my first impressions of the Camalapse 4 that I purchased from Amazon.com for $29.99. The reason why I chose to buy this item was because I wanted to be able to take a time-lapse video that had a panning effect, and essentially by placing my GoPro camera on top of this Camalapse 4, I'm able to do the time-lapse and allow it to pan towards the left. So you may have seen alternatives to this via an Ikea egg timer. So frankly, if you wanted to spend the time to build the Ikea egg timer and place the GoPro mount on top of that, you'll probably spend between $5 and $10. So it's very, very inexpensive to do that. I did buy this for $30, and I guess I valued my time more than going out to Ikea and going through the process of building it. But so I saw this as a decent alternative. But with that said, let's take a look at the box here that it comes in. It comes in a clear plastic box like this. I will say that it came in an Amazon box, and it wasn't packaged very well in the Amazon box. It looked like it was kind of thrown into the box with some bubble wrap around it. So I'm a little concerned about whether or not it held up. It feels like it's okay right now, but I wish it was packaged a little bit better from Amazon. But looking at the front here, it says be the center of everything. That kind of makes sense because this camera will kind of do a 360 pan around wherever it's set. It's a Camalapse branding there. This gives some note on what it supports. So it looks like it supports center balanced cameras up to 5 pounds. So in other words, I guess if you have a DSLR camera, as long as it is center balanced and 5 pounds or less, it should be able to work. But I think that given the size of this is actually really, really small, I would probably stick to a GoPro or a point and shoot type camera, or even your cell phone. And then it does do a 360 degree kind of rotation in 60 minutes without any batteries. And you can actually stick this on top of a tripod, so we'll take a look at that. But with that said, yeah, oh, look at that. This shows you the different devices you can put on. So you can have a GoPro, a phone, and it looks like digital cameras, probably point and shoots or mini DSLR cameras. Great, so let's go ahead and pop this guy open here. Let me see if I can just rip it open right there. Come to the side. So there's not really much to this packaging. You see it's clear, and it really just has the unit right in the center. Doesn't appear to be much padding for the unit either, so maybe pushed around a little bit in the box that it was shipped in. But overall, it's like a matte finish. It feels cheap. I mean, it's basically an egg timer, but it doesn't feel very durable to me. So, you know, if I press really hard here, the plastic does bend a little bit. So I do have some concerns about that. But of course, it comes with the little manual here. Let's set this to the side. Very simple manual. I mean, all it tells you is that it looks like you can turn it to do the panning effect, and then you can place this on top of a tripod. So nothing extraordinary there in terms of the manual. But let's take a look at the unit. So you can see the top here has the hole where I can put my camera, or I can put a GoPro mount and attach my GoPro. And down here I can attach this to a tripod, which is likely what I'll be doing. You can see also that it allows you to twist this in increments. So if I twist this all the way around 360, I'll have a 60-minute time interval for a 360 degree shot. I can do 270 degrees for 45 minutes, 180 degrees for 30 minutes, and then 90 degrees for a 15-minute lapse. So let's go ahead and turn it here just to see. So there you go. So if I turn it all the way to the 60-minute dial there, I'll have a 360 view, and this is basically going to spin all the way around. So a couple things to note here. As I mentioned, it doesn't feel very strong, very firm. It feels like just a thick plastic, but not very sturdy. This only does a panning in one direction, so when you look at the video, it'll only be able to pan from right to left. There's no way to pan from left to right unless you, I guess, do something with your video editing software. So there are some limitations there. And as you can see now, there's nothing that I can do to stop panning, stop this device from turning once it's started, other than just kind of forcing it all the way to the back. I mean, it literally is an egg timer. So if you've had an egg timer growing up, or have seen an egg timer in the past, this is just kind of a fancy egg timer. But beyond that, let me grab my GoPro here, and here's my GoPro. And here is the Camalapse 4. You can tell that this is super, super tiny. So it's very, very small. And I guess for my convenience, I can throw this into my bag and travel with it without it being much of a bearing on my equipment that I'm carrying. So I guess it's very portable, and it allows you to take it places. So with that said, give me 1 second. Let me see. Let me attach, kind of put it all together and see what it looks like on top of a tripod and a GoPro on top of it. Give me 1 second. Great, so what I have in front of you here is my small portable 12-inch tripod. I have my tripod mount for the GoPro, the pin to attach the GoPro, and the actual GoPro. And I'm going to kind of put all these things together. So we'll take the Camalapse here, and I'll screw on top of it the tripod mount. Here we go. Make sure it gets in there. Pretty quick and easy. And I guess I can adjust this to whatever direction I need it to go. And then I'll go ahead and attach this to my tripod. Very simple to screw on. And then I'll just attach my GoPro on top of that. Oop. Make sure the holes are lined up there. Ooh, let's see here. Let me spin this around a bit. That's it. Pretty easy setup. Looks like it's very simple for me to handle. It feels sturdy on my tripod, and then all I need to do is turn this whatever direction or however far I want and allow it to do its job. Looks like it'll work. And again, my only concerns is that this doesn't feel as sturdy as I would like, but beyond that, I think it's going to work just fine. I'll take it out into the field and test it and post another video up, but that's all I have for you today. Please be sure to check out some of my other videos, and thank you for visiting.